Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Sunny Pancholi, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry and academic heavyweight on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Amit Samel. He stands as a beacon of excellence and leadership. Having a distinguished academic background, that is, a Ph.D. in Analytical Chemistry, combined with a wealth of industry experience, he embodies the quintessential qualities of a seasoned quality assurance professional. His expertise extends to quality system design, implementation and monitoring, quality audits and compliance, validation, quality risk management, vendor CRAMS management, and training and development, all of which have shaped him into a stalwart within this pharmaceutical industry. He is a founder of Synergy Pharma Consultancy Private Limited and is giving his invaluable services to Synergy Pharma Consultancy Private Limited in the capacity of its director. Welcome to FaceTime with Leaders. We are thrilled to have you here today.
Yes.
All right. So Dr. Amit, to begin with, could you let our viewers know in brief about your career journey so far?
Yes. First of all, very good afternoon, Sunny, to you and entire your team. And thank you very much for having me on this platform to share my views, my ideas, my experience, and good learnings what I have achieved in last 3 decades of my association with the pharmaceutical industry. Now, looking back in the time when I started my career way back in 1996, it was a time when the pharmaceutical industry was evolving into a kind of a very structured industry. Although we have a very good past of innovators and developers who contributed to the best of their abilities to develop and shape the pharmaceutical industry. And from my childhood, it always I had a fascination of participating in this journey of providing a very quality products and medicines to human beings as well as the animals. So I really very sincerely pursued that aspiration to become a part of this journey, and I started my career with pharmaceutical industry. It took 3 decades to understand and realize how contented I am, because it's very important that when you gain from the industry, you have to give back to the society what you have gained. And with that particular vision in my mind, I started my career. I worked with very reputed and very renowned multinational companies within India, as well as multinational companies from US as well. And as far as the milestone is concerned, I am from a very modest background, and my family is rooted in the agriculture sector. But my father, who always wanted me, his son, to grow and to pursue his aspiration. So he promoted, and my family supported wholeheartedly. I did my PhD from Mumbai University in analytical chemistry. I did my business management studies from Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, which is one of the premium institute what we have in India. And the journey began with a very, I would say, a very ethical company like a Tata Pharma, where it's laid down the foundation of leading a very honest and life with laid down principles. So when you have such kind of a foundation at the beginning of your career, it draws a very distinct trajectory of your growth path, and that was very instrumental in shaping up my career. And later on, I continued with pharma industry in different verticals in different roles, and my contribution has been very significant because as I said in the initial conversation, that we have come a long way. that from a semi-regulated market to regulated market, and today we are poised to see the unprecedented growth of pharmaceutical industry. And it has not happened overnight. We all have contributed to very significant extent. And I take a pride of saying it that I was part of this journey all through these 3 decades. And my achievements have been developing quality management system, helping organization to realize their goals of setting up certain high quality standards which are universally recognized, appreciated, and that culminates into getting the regulatory approvals. It could be the US FDA, it could be MHRA, it could be Anvisa from Brazil, so on and so forth. And uh, so I would take a pride of, instead of saying the personal achievements and gains, I'll be always happy to share that the achievements what company has made and I've been able to participate, that makes a very significant and very sustainable and remarkable experience for me. So because of looking at the time constraint what we have, I think I would like to keep this very short, because we have a long way to go.
Dr. Amit, thank you for the excellent start to this interview. Your career journey is truly inspiring.
Yes.
All right. So continuing our conversation, our viewers would like to know, quality risk management is a critical aspect of pharmaceutical quality assurance. So can you elaborate on your approach to managing and mitigating quality risks within the pharmaceutical industry?
Yes. Because quality risk management is a combination of quality management and a risk management. The essence of quality management is a risk management, basically. And all activities that are undertaken during the quality assurance in pharmaceutical operations are to minimize the risks. So that when you deliver a product, it is always safe, pure, and effective for human use. So effective risk management is essential for achieving high quality pharmaceutical products, and quality management is necessary to ensure that risk management processes are effective. So this forms a very backbone of a pharmaceutical industry. And when we talk about the quality risk management, so the risk assessment, risk evaluation, risk mitigation has to be embedded in the very much structure of your quality management system, so that when you develop any product or you commercial that product, or if the time comes to discontinue that product for any market reason, you should have a quality risk management principles in place. So quality risk management is a systematic process of, as I said, assessment, control. And what it happens is any action, any environment, process, system, personal facilities and equipment that are involved in making pharmaceutical products can introduce risk to product quality. And quality risk management is only proven way to identify those risks early and control them effectively. So the potential impact on the product quality would be minimal. So in today's context of the risk management, there's a business risk and the patient risk. And when this risk assessment is done very methodically, very systematically, and very religiously, it plays a very vital role in giving quality products, not initially, but it goes on a long time till you continue to manufacture that product and supply to the end user. So the end user is getting benefited out of those quality products, and ultimately the business risk is minimized because the quality of that particular product is ensured right from its a development stage towards its commercial manufacturing stages.
Sounds incredible. Building on to that, our viewers are eager to know, your educational background combines a strong foundation in chemistry with executive management. So how has this unique blend of skills contributed to your success in the pharmaceutical industry, particularly in quality assurance roles?
Yes. Uh, we have not been so fortunate that everything is, hunky dory. You have to learn from your mistakes. That's the very important thing we need to understand. And the skills you develop, out of your mistakes and learnings from the mistakes of others who have done it. So quality system is a very methodical, very systematic approach. And because of chemistry knowledge and chemistry, my academics, it provided me the very important the equation of how the chemistry is developed between the business and the technology, because business acumen is a person's ability to understand various business scenarios and cope up with them effectively. This skill set is not limited to a single skill, but it's a combination of multi skills. which includes your leadership skills, then financial acumen, strategic thinking, market orientation, analytical skill, problem solving skills, and communication skills. So all these skills are equally important and required in the quality management system as well. Because in quality management system, what you have is first is building a very strong quality standards, and then these quality standards are have to be acceptable, reproducible, consistent, and interchangeable, and proper communication has to be were set out very clearly to the regulatory or the agencies who are the end users, because when you are sending any product of particular country or any zone, the regulatory agency of that particular zone or territory is the authority to evaluate whether your products are meeting their quality expectations or not. So these quality standards are very important to to define that the products which you are manufacturing are going to meet what kind of standards. Second, in quality systems, what you important is decision making skill is a very important aspect. If you lack decision making, it leads to delayed processes and delayed responses. So good decision making involves assessing circumstances, using all pertinent information and experience to make informed decisions. And making informed decisions is very important because that saves you a lot of time, and you don't have to depend on the decisions what you have made in the past. So very important is decision making skill is very important. And decision making skill, this is a common factor which helps in developing your business and sustaining your quality standards. The next the skill set which is very important, which I have developed over a period of time, is a teamwork and collaboration. Because no success is attributed to the participation of a single participant. It's a collective, if efforts of the team members who are working together on that particular project. So when you say that yes, we have accomplished certain success, so it is attributed to the all team members. So developing a teammates, developing that kind of sense of responsibility, the ownership is very important aspect. And I have been able to very successfully pull this off because of the mentorship of my seniors who have guided me, held my hand all through the years, and helped me to understand the importance of the teamwork and the collaboration. Then comes the time management, because effective time management is the key for improving your productivity, ensuring high quality of work, and reducing work repetitions. So by developing time management skill, it helped me to work and align my goals with the goals of the organization and deliver the products on time and every time.
Amazing, amazing. Now that we have discussed your career journey, your professional pursuits, roles, and responsibilities, let's move on to the subject of sustainability. So here is my question to you. Do you believe that the pharmaceutical industry has a better scope for sustainability?
Yes, of course. I firmly believe that the pharmaceutical industry has a better scope for sustainability, and let's delve deeply into that because it's a very complex topic, because it's a need of a time. The pharmaceutical sector is undeniably it's indispensable in the global landscape of essential medications, and that's the fact. However, beneath this surface lies a very harsh reality of environmental devastations and unsustainable practices. And the way we have been carrying out this kind of a conventional way of handling things have a lot of bearing on our particular way of looking at it or our perspective. So this needs to be changed. And when we're looking at the sustainability approach of a pharmaceutical industry per se, I find there are 7 sustainable ways to mitigate the pharmaceutical industry's ecological footprint and ensure its enduring vitality. Sunny, please allow me to elaborate this further because it's a very important topic and it's a need of a time to put more light and get a better insights of this. So first is a green chemistry. So at its core, green chemistry is a transformative philosophy basically that champions efficiency, safety, and environmental consciousness to dramatically reduce waste, curb energy consumption, and minimize the use of hazardous chemicals by harnessing the potential of safer, more sustainable chemical reactions and processes. So in today's time, when any researcher is working on any new product, so he's compelled to think about what new things I will think about it. So ensuring that I'm compliant with the green chemistry, so that With green chemistry, pharmaceutical companies can prioritize their eco-friendly synthetic methods, tap into renewable resources, significantly reduce the production of harmful byproducts. By integrating these principles, pharmaceuticals companies can rewrite the rules of drug manufacturing, reducing carbon footprints and making dent in their environmental impact. And if this approach is very religiously followed, I'm sure the pharmaceutical industry is going to definitely change the way we doing things conventionally, and it's going to make a very positive impact on the our particular global footprint. The second aspect of sustainability initiative would be the waste minimization, because if we are able to minimize the waste, it's going to be the optimization of production processes. These particular entails minimizing the generation of hazardous byproducts, reducing unused materials, ultimately contributing to the cleaner and safer environment. These byproducts and leftover materials often wreak havoc on our ecosystem and contribute to pollution. As a human being, it should be our the vision of living a very healthier, very clean environment for the next generations. And if we work in compliance and in with these principles, I'm sure we are going to bring a very positive change. Now, third factor would be using energy very efficiently. Investing in energy efficient technologies and practices is essential for reducing the pharmaceutical industry's carbon footprint. Energy efficiency is very pivotal in advancing sustainability within pharmaceutical and drug development. With complex research, manufacturing, and distribution processes, these industries can sustainably diminish their environmental impact by embracing energy efficient practices. The fourth initiative is sustainable sourcing. What is sustainable sourcing? It's promoting sustainable raw materials and ingredients in pharmaceutical manufacturing. Those are crucial step towards a greater environmental sustainability, which involves obtaining natural compounds, seeking alternatives to non-renewable resources. So we should be very conservative in terms of utilizing the resources what we have available today, because they will not be available tomorrow. So we have to be very thoughtful when we are actually utilizing these resources. Further point to the sustainable resourcing is procuring raw materials from sustainable and responsible suppliers, because our success is defined by the success of our suppliers. If suppliers are committed and they are compliant to meet with our particular commitments, then definitely it's going to bring a very positive change. Sustainable sourcing reduces the carbon footprint linked to transportation, production processes, leading to decreased greenhouse gas emissions, which is a very concerning factor in today's time. Businesses can also bolster social sustainability and support local communities by championing fair trade and ethical labor practices throughout the supply chain. Now, moving on to the next factor is a green packaging. See, when we usually any product, we never think of what is going to happen to the packaging material, which is of no use after the product is utilized. So green packaging can improve the sustainability within the pharmaceutical and drug development industries. These industries can significantly reduce their environmental impact by adopting sustainable packaging solutions. So how this can be done? So it can be done using recyclable, biodegradable, and reusable materials can sustainably diminish the environmental impact of drug packaging. Sustainable packaging also ensures that the preservation of pharmaceutical products integrity, maintaining their efficacy and safety while reducing the need of excessive packaging. So once a developer looks at these attributes of packaging material, definitely the load on the recycling of the packaging material will be substantially reduced. Moving on to next parameter is extended producer reproducibility. Now, what is extended producer reproducibility? Uh, does that mean that any producer, after he manufactures a product and distributes to the end user, his responsibility is over? No, it's not over. So implementing extended producer responsibility programs is a need of in today's time, and it can revolutionize the sustainability in pharmaceuticals. So what EPR, that's called EPR, that encourages companies to take full responsibility for their products, life cycle from production to post-consumer waste management. So to quote the initiatives what the developed countries taken, it's one of the initiatives is the European Union's pharmaceutical EPR. So by these programs, they encourage the developers to design eco-friendly drugs and packaging, invest in sustainable manufacturing, and develop efficient recycling and disposal systems. By incentivizing environmentally conscious practices, EPR stimulates innovation and fosters a greener culture within the industry. Last but not the least is knowledge sharing. So how we gain the information, we gain the knowledge, but we should collaborate with our internal customers and external customers. So internal customers are within our facility premises, our known people, and external is those people who are in the same industry or from the different industry or in the different zone, different time. And sharing this information is very important. So fostering collaboration among pharmaceutical firms, researchers, regulatory agencies is central to industry-wide sustainability. And this collaborative approach creates a culture of continuous improvement, expanding the adoption of eco-friendly practices. So the pharmaceutical industry can make sustainable environmental contributions by embracing sustainable strategies such as green chemistry, waste reduction, energy efficiency, responsible sourcing, eco-friendly packaging, and EPR, while ensuring that global access to vital medications is easy.
Exceptional. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights with us. So, before we conclude our discussion on corporate governance and ESG, I would want to quickly ask you, as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you put forth?
ESG and corporate governance is a very complex area, and one needs to have a very religious approach for its implementation. Because looking at the ESG strategy is to improve the corporate performance by opening new markets, expanding existing ones, and reducing legal, reputational, financial, and regulatory risks. So ESG principles refer to companies' environmental, social, and governance practices. But how effectively these practices have been practiced is a million-dollar question. So environmental principles refer to companies' environmental impact, including its carbon footprint, waste management, and energy consumption. But it's very important to understand that we have principles in place. But what about the implementation? Are we really ready for this? Or there is a concept called a greenwashing. So what does that mean? It's a situation where company demonstrates the pretense of following ESG principles but does not act on it in an effective and meaningful manner. So we have to convince the industry as a whole to adopt ESG principle, which is a very sustainable approach and which is approach which is going to bring the transparency between the end users and the manufacturers and going to change the way we are doing things. It's a very I would say a very novel approach. Coming to the corporate governance, corporate governance principles, we know that uh, particularly this governance of corporate governance are their responsibility, accountability, awareness, impartiality, and transparency. Imbibing these principles in people is going to be the toughest task of the time because we're living in different time period. We are in 21st century now, and come new millennial generation is participating in this industry to a very large extent, and inciting and developing this cultural consciousness, importance of these principles, and motivating these people to practice these principles is very important. And I think my experience of an industry of last 3 decades is going to be very fruitful in bringing this kind of change, maybe overnightly, but definitely gradually.
Absolutely. Strong corporate governance is the backbone of sustainable growth. All right. Now let's explore the impact of technology on your industry. So here is my question, which is divided into two parts. So part A is, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And part B is, what changes do you expect to see With the advent of technology like IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, Web 3.0, big data, etc.
As I said, Sunny, we have come a very long way, and we have gradually progressed from a semi-regulated to very highly regulated market. Now, giving some figures to you to get you better understanding, India is the world's largest provider of generic drugs. And in financial year 2023, India has exported pharmaceutical worth of over 25 billion US dollars. I repeat, 25 billion US dollars. In terms of volume, Indian drugs comprise of 20% of global generic drug exports. This is unprecedented growth that India has ever seen. And this has not happened overnight, the technology has contributed to very large extent. When I started my career, we everything was manually driven. Manually, even the instrument, most sophisticated instrument had a very bare minimum softwares available at that point of time. So it used to have a lot of manual, participation in doing things which were otherwise very easy to do. But because of this new technology which has come in, it has contributed to very large extent. As I said, we have been able to get all accreditations, all certifications, and the development of the technology has really contributed to very large extent. Now, integrating advanced technology is a need of a time. That needless to be said. And I will give some very specific insights of applications of artificial intelligence and blockchain. So let's first, I will take you through the applications of AI-based solutions that gives the agility to respond to changing conditions in real time for greater safety, profitability, and sustainability. So I'm viewing from a pharmaceutical industry perspective how it is going to change the way we're doing things. One can detect current performance issues and better predict future ones, minimizing the risk of failure of critical assets and maximizing operational performance. So there are different things AI can contribute to effectively make our operations more user friendly. So first advantage of AI can bring in is a detect performance issues. So AI can identify anomalies in processes, equipments, and assets with advanced pattern recognition and machine learning. Because all data is will be easily accessible to AI system, which can analyze that system and it can predict what detect the detection performance issues. So any kind of a malfunction will be predicted, which otherwise human it's very impossible. Second would be the optimized processes. So instead of utilizing our own competency and skill, once the data is fed into the AI system, it will improve yield, operational efficiency with first principles analysis, machine learning, and purpose built algorithms. So this entire algorithm will calculate and will make our decisions very easy. Making smarter decisions. So at times, we need a lot of time to come to a conclusion that yes, what decision needs to be made in this particular scenario. So AI system will help us in a significant way because they will have better access to information. Then we'll get a better insights and minimize the risk with root cause analysis, prescriptive guidance, and risk-based decision support. One of the key aspect of AI, which I am very very positive, is a predicting the future, which is humanly is not possible. So it can forecast events, it can schedules and scenarios with neutral networks, deep learning, and reinforcement learning. So this entire thing of AI is going to change the entire gamut of our operations. One of the thing of from a machine utilization perspective, how it will maximize the machine learning. For example, if machine is put into use and it is being periodically monitored humanly, but when you have an AI system, you get more intelligent machines by keeping deep learning, machine learning, and neutral nets. So what it means is it will monitor the performance of that particular machine very frequently and uninterrupted. So it will have a better understanding of its operational. Its it will also gauge the performance of the end product which is coming out of that particular machine. And then the last but not the least, that AI will also help that you have a machine which is there in use, until what time you can use, because you never know humanly that when this particular machine will stop giving the performance what it is intended to do. So it will estimate a time to replacement and or overall an asset under current operating conditions. Now this is all about the AI and how we can better our performance of our operations and the productivity and the equipments. Now coming into the blockchain. So keeping in medical data safe and secure is the most popular blockchain function which is being used at this point. Because security is a major issue in the healthcare industry. Now, giving some examples and illustrations, there were 692 large healthcare data breaches reported between 2021 and 2022. I'm talking about this in the US. The perpetrators stole the credit card and the banking information, as well as health and genomic testing records. So, when your data is at risk, the blockchain has the ability to keep this uncorruptible, decentralized and transparent log of all patient data, makes it technology ideal for security application. So the security will be intact and no one will be able to breach the security. So additionally, while blockchain is a transparent, it is also private. It's concealing the identity of any individual with a complex and secure codes that can protect the sensitive information of particular medical data. So when looking at this particular advancement in the technology, what comes to my mind is the great future for pharmaceutical industry after utilizing the best knowledge and technology of AI and blockchain at this point.
Amazing, amazing. So, Dr. Amit, this brings us to the last question of the session, and here it is. We are building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So what are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole team of World Development Corporation?
First of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and entire team of World Development Corporation for taking this initiative to the next level. They have very noble cause, and I really appreciate that one could thought of this possibility in today's time, because we have a large pool of talent in India, and this talent needs a proper platform and mentoring, development, and I'm very thankful to entire team for providing such a robust platform for the upcoming talented people and upcoming directors to shape the and participate and shape the bright future of this country as a whole. Because conventionally we do not have such kind of a very structured way of skill development and providing people with the right knowledge and information. But Zishan and Hevel have done wonderful things in this particular initiative, and really want to congratulate them. And I wish them a very bright and successful future in their new endeavors as well.
Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you, Dr. Amit, for joining us today. Wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds.
Thank you, Sunny. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, same to you. Bye.